At the Wellness Center with my sis. I didn't catch her name yesterday.
Shalimar and Nana Shalom. I'm on TikTok too. 53K. Give me a follow.
Yes, hold on. All right, that looks better. Yes, me and Shalimar are having an amazing conversation. We are here at the Wellness Center, Mind, Body, and Beyond Wellness Center, 2601 North 3rd Street, Suite 101, Phoenix, Arizona, 85044.
Hey.
Anyway, we are talking about Christ energy.
Christ consciousness energy.
Mm-hmm. Christ conscious. And I was just saying that people really think that Christ died on the cross. And I've been contemplating like gods, goddesses, divine energies, and how those energies never die. But there is a certain population that actually believes that Jesus ain't walking this earth right now.
Right.
Jesus walking this earth right now.
I know.
Yes, God is walking this earth right now.
I know.
Gods and goddesses are walking this earth right now.
Right now.
Yes, and so we were just having a dope-ass conversation. I was like, sis, I just need you to record this vibe session because these are the type of people that you're going to run into here at the center. You don't even have to be in a class in order to be fed.
Mm-mm.
Like, I apologize.
It's church.
Yeah. I apologize to Shalimar for my energy yesterday because I've been processing and going through.
For that.
And
Shalimar you did nothing wrong.
I did nothing wrong. And then she explained to me, like, she took me to church. And so I just wanted her to take us to church. So keep on talking, sis.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know that this experience is for you to enjoy. Okay, don't beat yourself up too much about the stuff you go to because none of that shit matters in the first place.
Mm-mm.
Your purpose in life, the purpose of life is to experience life.
Period.
To the best of your ability and enjoy your experience.
And learn, soak up game. If you ain't learning, you wasting your time.
You wasting your time. So if you want to stay in a low vibrational energy, it's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible says that God giveth us the power to choose life or death, blessings and curses, and it instructed us to choose life, choose love, choose truth, choose integrity, choose authenticity, choose love, choose hope, right? Choose brotherly, sisterly love, right? And when we allow ourselves to live in those vibrations, high vibrations, playing, having fun. A lot of grown-ups, we don't like playing. We don't know how to play anymore. Get your ass outside and play.
Get in the mud. Get in the dirt.
Thank you. Go skate.
While you out there grounding yourself, actually enjoy it. I remember as a kid, I used to sit in the backyard for hours just playing in the mud.
Just playing and enjoying life. That's the experience. If the earth is a garden, we are supposed to play in this garden. That's how you raise your vibration. That's the fastest way to raise your vibrational frequency. It's not necessarily by meditating, oming, and being spiritual. What is spiritual anyway, right? Because the universe is not spiritual. The universe don't have no rules that we've set here in this third dimensional reality to try to identify with, right? Because energy is what it is.
Yes.
But the energy, the spirit, is energy, is subject to the prophet, the physical being, you and myself, to wield it as you desire. So that means it is up to you
to create whatever the heck you want to.
Life can be whatever you want it to be. It could be hell, Dante's Inferno, according to your own weaknesses, and according to your own lusts and enticings, right? Or it could be heaven. Because it's only a state of mind.
Yes.
It is a state of absolute presence, a state of absolute being, a state of absolute peace and joy. If that's what you choose.
Yeah.
But if you don't, if you want to be like in this low vibrational energy, if you want to keep pointing the finger at other people, guess what? The universe is going to keep on swinging around and swinging you around and swinging you around the loop of Dante's Inferno. Basically hell. Hell is here. Hell is now.
Yeah.
Hell is what you create for yourself. It is not a place that you go to after you die. It is a lifestyle that you've chosen. You can say you ain't chosen, but you did. You can always choose differently.
Because like I've been saying, a year is just a series of months, a series of days, a series of hours, a series of minutes, a series of seconds. And in this second, you can choose something different.
Right.
Evaluate your life and see what aspects of your life are not serving your higher good. Absolutely. And
shift it.
Easy. Who's keeping you stuck but you?
You.
And if you choose to use other people as your reasoning to stay stuck, that is still your choice. Well, my kids, my husband, my job, my you.
Your identity
will kill you. Will keep you stuck. will have your whole life just falling behind you or around you, and you will stay stuck. There are people who have lost their ego. Yes, Smiley, I see you out there, friend.
Yeah.
People out there's entire lives crumble behind pride and ego.
Yeah.
An inability to release that.
Unhealthy ego.
They don't understand that it's their identity. Maybe if we stop saying ego and we say identity, people will understand that they are choosing a particular identity in order, and that identity they're choosing is literally killing them.
Because I like my ego.
Me too.
Right? My ego, sir, I work my ego. My ego works for me, not against me.
Yes.
Right? Because I have a healthy relationship with my ego. Your ego is here to protect you. Your ego is what shows you who you can be, and you transform, and you can become whatever it is what you want to be. So if my ego want to be a badass motherfucking bitch, right? My ego, we gonna do it, but we gonna do it healthy. Right? We're gonna do it the healthy way. We're gonna allow ourselves to be in that healthy relationship with ourselves, because you cannot dissolve the ego. I hear spiritual people saying you need to kill your ego, you need to dissolve your ego. I don't have an ego. Well, you ain't alive. You ain't living if you ain't got an ego, baby, because your ego help you live. Your ego help you enjoy this experience in this life when you integrate with that. The issues that I've seen in the spiritual community is we brought the religious mindset, the dogma, into spirituality, thinking that being high vibrational means you doing yoga, you oming all the time. Now that is beautiful for the body, to move the body, to bring the body into homeostasis, but it is not who you are. We identifying with things and saying that this is what it is. No, your absolute state of being is just absolute beingness.
And if you are continuing to accept the same, continuing to walk the same path for longer than a day, I'm not, so there's levels to this ascension stuff.
Right.
But I have ascended to this space where you get a hot 48, maybe a good 72 hours from me, and I'm pulling myself out of something that used to keep me trapped for months, used to keep me trapped for days, used to keep me trapped for hours. And now I am able to pull myself through those things through constant self-evaluation and renewing. Nothing within me. There was a song, and this is why I walked away from religion for a multitude of reasons, but here's one of the reasons. One of the songs was called Make Me Over by John Stay Austin or something like that.
Lord, make me over.
Wild gospel.
Right?
Yes.
Make me over again and again.
And she sings.
Right? Make me over again.
Yes. And something inside of that song, it said, no good thing is within me. And it made me realize that the state of religion caused me to hate myself. And I was like, yo, if God is love, how come I hate myself? We are literally singing praises of I am not good.
Right.
I'm not good. So how the hell can I ever love myself if I'm not good, if nothing good is within me? And so that's when I started questioning, if nothing's good within me, how can I make something good? Because I'm not going to walk this life hating myself.
Thank you.
I'm not. And so now I am in constant evaluation and constantly making myself over. I'm not waiting for Lord to make me over.
You are
Lonnie,
the Lord.
make me over.
Lonnie is the Lord.
Capital G.
I am the Lord.
Capital
I am the
G.
Lord. God.
Yes.
Right? You are God.
You are God.
Literally, you are God. Manifested in physicality to have a beautiful experience. Allow yourself to have a beautiful experience. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge other people in their experiences. And the thing with religion, I don't judge religious people anymore. I don't judge what they taught, because guess what? It was a process to becoming God. Jesus said that, know ye not that you are God. The scriptures have been manipulated time and time again. King James wrote the Bible, and he wrote a book on demonology, but all religious people are scared of they self, because you a demon and an angel at the same time. Satan and Jesus is the same person. The 40 days and nights he spent in the desert
was fighting himself.
Thank you. And those are the tug of wars with the identities, with the desires, with the gluttony. Yeah, Jesus wanted to be famous. Jesus wanted something to eat because he was hungry, but he had to submit to the will of the universe, the greater self, the higher self, and not the lower self. The lower self is where we lose all of our energy in the lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. Heart chakra be all blocked up, throat chakra be all blocked up, third eye be open. If your other chakras is messed up, your life you seeing everything is just a mess.
It's a mess.
Can't receive cosmic information from the universe because your chakras and your portals are spinning in the wrong direction.
All right, sis, since I got your energy on this, what does as above, so below mean?
As above, so below. As above, the higher self, the higher chakras, heart up to the crown, so below, right? Whatever you think, whatsoever you think, so is he, so below. It becomes made manifest in a physical reality, right?
Because these are your spiritual chakras. These are your grounding chakras, which is, this is your physical world reality. This is your spirit. So this is our duality. This is our, what I have previously referred to as our meat suit, our previously referred to as our spirit or our current incarnation. So this is going to be the lower chakras. Now, that is below. Now, the as above, that's going to be our heart, throat, third eye and crown.
And
So
on your soul star chakra, because you have several other chakras. You have an earth chakra below this root chakra, which grounds your energy within the earth plane. So when you balance all of your chakras out, it doesn't mean that this is your animal nature from the solar plexus down. When those chakras are in alignment with your higher chakras, then what you create in your reality is bliss.
So do you understand? As above, so below. So as you think, as you speak, as you feel, you manifest. Boom.
It's physics.
It's physics.
We mystify science, right? It's science. If you really stop demystifying it and make it all ooh, it's evil. No, it's just science. It's just science. You are all things.
Everything.
Nothing is not you. Everything is you. Nothing is not you. You are everything and nothing at the same time. So it's your choice as a prophet, as the guardian of your vessel, as a renter, because this is our meat suit, we renting it, right? And when you sign that agreement for this meat suit, right, to have certain experiences, you have those experiences. There's no such thing as good or bad. If a man comes in here and he's on some type of illicit drugs, right? He's on fentanyl or whatever he on.
We got him if we pull up, just in case.
His experience is a godly experience. There's no right, no wrong in this life, right? There's only our judgments and our perceptions of what we were taught. Because the moment you were born, matter of fact, in utero, your subconscious mind was being programmed to believe certain things and feel certain emotions.
Putting the little headphones on your belly to feed the music to the baby.
Thank you. You are subconsciously writing the script for your child. While in utero, and when your child is born, they are taking in all of the senses around them, and their script is being written. Do you don't think an infant can hear arguing and it not feel safe? It hears that, even though you think you grown and they don't know what you're talking about. Subconsciously, yes, they do. They know everything because they are as closest to God as they will ever be in this lifetime until they awaken to their God self completely, and they are walking as self-realized gods. They just can't express it like we do in that moment.
So sis told me she's a Akhenaten.
Anunnaki.
I don't mean to disrespect.
No, it ain't no difference. Akhenaten is Anunnaki too.
Yes,
That's
okay.
He's one of the pharaohs from ancient
Yeah.
Kemet.
Okay, boom. So I ain't too far off.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Anunnaki.
When the Bible said, "Let us make man in our image and after our likeness," it was us. We are a group of interdimensional beings that came to this planet, an exploratory experience, and we genetically spliced the hominoid's DNA with ours.
Sis is having a baby friend.
And giving, let me see.
Yeah, she said.
I ain't see.
You ain't seen my new video. She's having a baby.
Oh, how sweet.
Yes.
Congratulations to that beautiful baby that's coming.
Make sure there is love energy all around.
Put Mozart on your belly.
Yeah, put the little baby Einstein Mozart on your belly because the baby feels and hears everything.
So you want to give that baby no trauma, no drama. So it could be the best version of itself coming out the womb, right?
Yes,
But
supercharged.
we did genetically manipulate the DNA of the hominoid, and we splice it with ours. So humans are the direct reflection of extraterrestrials and hominoids. Those weren't they weren't walking on all fours. They were actually upright beings, upright. The hominoids walked upright.
So my husband, not to cut you off, but my husband had me watch this video, and he was saying how, oh boy, the
Anunnaki.
I'm going to commit that. The Anunnaki came to Earth, and when they wanted to create man, they went out into the woods and got the DNA samples. I don't know if I'm using the right language. And they combined their DNA with what they found out in the woods to create humans.
Yes.
And so you are an Anunnaki, or are you, and I'm a creation of the Anunnaki?
I'm an Anunnaki and I'm human, because now we are in human bodies of what we created, right? Going through the human experience, right? Because we had to. Because according to the prime directive of the prime creator, there is no room for interference in the evolutionary process of any species. So we have to come back in human form to reascend to higher levels and frequencies of consciousness in order to help open the firmament back up. So that we can all be reunited with our galactic interterrestrial and extraterrestrial families.
So is the firmament open?
No.
Not yet?
No, it's not open.
Because we got to become awakened enough and powerful enough to do said opening.
Right.
Okay, so is this pre-Kemet?
Yes. Created, we are the Kemits. The Kemites are the seed, the Anunnaki.
Okay, so Goddess Isis would be after the Anunnaki. Okay, because my husband was telling me about the Anunnaki, and I was telling him about Kemet, and when he was saying his whole thing, and I was saying my whole thing, I was like, we're saying the exact same thing, but different gods and goddesses and whatnot, and all of this predates Christianity. Christianity is just a knockoff of all of this, but we're not going to go there.
Well, we actually created religion. The Anunnaki, we created the religion of El, the Most High God. Is my cousin.
Okay.
His name's Marduk. He created religion to scare the human beings and to continue to mine for gold and work. So he promised punishment to them if they did not continue to mine for gold and work. And that's where you get religion from. That's where you get the Pope. If you think about the Pope and they wear those fish head hats, those are the Anunnaki. That's where they draw their power from.
So there's some sinister stuff going on over there.
Yeah.
Because now that I know about energy, hey Vaughn, now that I know about energy and all those different things, it's like there's some crazy stuff going out in the world.
Yeah.
I know in the infancy of our awakening, and I am in the infancy of my awakening, I have come into my higher consciousness of knowing that I'm not human. I don't identify as a human anymore. My consciousness, my husband was like, how are you not human and you're in a human body?
I mean, we are still human. We can't let that go.
But I don't. My consciousness is not. My consciousness is. But
nobody's consciousness is human.
Exactly.
Because the consciousness ain't nothing.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It is formless.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, now that I'm coming into that space of awareness, energy is real. Yeah. Sis is in here. You see her. She holding the paper towels and she got her rubber gloves on, because she is literally moving every piece of furniture in here and wiping down every single wall, because energy attaches to the walls, because walls are porous. Tell them people, because I'm about to take my ass home, move every piece of furniture in my house, and clean the way Sis is cleaning this metaphysical store. If you're in the Phoenix area or if you're down to travel, these are the type of people that you don't run into in these hallways. Tell us about this removing spirits from the wall, sis.
Okay, so I know most of y'all probably, if y'all was raised in church or being in a black family, you heard that saying that cleanliness is next to godliness. And that is very true, because everything is energy, and our spiritual path and our spiritual journey, being stewards of the planet, being stewards of our physical body and our environment, is spiritual. It's probably one of the most spiritual things that you could ever do in your life, right? Because it means that you respect who you are in this now moment. You respect your environment, and cleaning your environment takes moves stagnant energies that have been lingering, right? We want to make sure that our lives are organized, clean mind, clean home, clean mind, clean energy, because energy needs room to move, right? And if we don't provide a space that is clear of clutter, then the energy won't have nowhere to move. It will only multiply the environment that it is in. So when you clean your home, when you clean your body, nobody want to be stank, right? You know, the girls, mama taught us to clean down there real good, because it could get a little funky, right? Make it a little stank. So cleaning your body, cleaning your environment, cleaning your home is a spiritual practice, right? We think it's just about meditating and having knowledge and all these different things, and that's beautiful and it's good. But I've learned that if you're not cleaning your life, the energy in your life will not move. You can have abundance, but guess what? It ain't gonna be good money. They say all money ain't good money. You want to have clean, good money. You want to create space for the energy to move in your life, so that you can pull in what you receive, so that your mind can be free of distortion.
Sis said, what are we cleaning with? The walls.
I use vinegar. I use essential oils and water. I don't use like cleaning products and stuff like that, because it don't really serve a good purpose as far as your health is concerned. Get you some Florida water. Get you some essential oils. Drop some essential oil in your mop water in your bucket. Wipe down the walls. It brings such a fresh energy. When something feels fresh to you, it feels good, like some clean sheets out the dryer, baby. Don't that feel good?
Now your whole house feel like a pair of clean sheets.
Thank you. And that energy draws in more positive vibrations. Because you don't want to be a clutterfuck and your mind is not, producing and able to breathe. Your body needs to breathe. Your environment needs to breathe, right? We don't think it's just the energy, because it also is about awareness, right? What are we ignoring? What are we suppressing? What are we avoiding, right? And if you are suppressing something, you're not cleaning your home, you're avoiding something in yourself. Organization is part. That's why Saturn be whooping on people's ass and they can't get the blessings that they really want in their life, because they don't have no discipline to maintain a orderly environment. Mother Gaia is chaotic, but she's orderly. She clean up. You know when she clean up? When that gust of wind come and blow all the leaves out the way. When it rains, she's cleaning up the energy. Y'all know how y'all feel after it rains. Mother Gaia give us a good pour down. Baby, you go outside and that air be clear and fresh and right? Because she's cleaning up the nasty energy that's been trapped in the firmament, in the air. Because they be spraying chemtrails and all kind of stuff in the air. So when she give us that good rain, when hurricanes come in, she come to clean up. She's cleaning the house. So we have issue. If Mother Gaia cleans up house, we got to clean up house. We have to make the environment optimal and tip top. And a part of our assignment as human beings and being on this planet, and agreement was that we would take care of our environment. That includes the planet. But we throwing trash out the window, right? How you treat Mother Gaia is how you treat yourself. How you treat your home is how you treat yourself. Are you loving on yourself?
Yeah, I just dropped a video that was just saying, we think that we're separate from the blades of grass. We think we're separate from the trees. We think we're separate from all of these things. And so we treat our earth like crap. And it's like, how can you expect to receive anything when that which is of you, i.e. the earth, you treat it like crap? So we must respect the earth. We must respect. Y'all remember when I went through the whole phase where I was capturing and releasing flies and y'all told me I was crazy? I was like, I can't in good consciousness kill them anymore.
All life is precious.
All life is precious. And
I don't even kill the roaches no more.
I should. I just be leaving be. I'm like, can you just stay over there?
They you know what roaches mean?
No,
Spirit
I don't.
had to really deal with me about roaches, because I had
Keep
roaches
talking.
growing
I'm
up.
gonna go get a hold this. I'm gonna go get a stand. Come on.
I had roaches and stuff growing up. I grew up in poverty. My grandma's house was infested with roaches. We had roaches crawling in our mouth and stuff like that. And now when you come in life, when you see a roach, everybody going fuck bad. She crazy over a roach. But our spirit said, look up the meaning. Look up the spiritual meaning for roaches.
What's the spiritual meaning for roaches, sis?
Adaptability. And we can make a meal out of $1, baby, right? Survivability. Roaches will survive a nuclear explosion.
They're one of the oldest things on this earth.
They are. So when you are, and the ability to network and cooperate, because they talk to each other telepathically, right? And roaches are evolving these days because they don't give you an opportunity to even think. You think about killing them, you go get something, they gone. Usually they used to hang around for a little while. Now they out of there. So when you having bugs around you, ask the universe, what's the spiritual meaning? Flies meaning you need to pay attention to something in your environment. Gnats mean you need to pay attention to something in your environment.
Because when I got out the car today, this fly, I was holding the sheets. This baby fly flew on my sheets, and I was like, oh, mind your business. That fly followed me. It might be in the building right now, and I parked way over there. That fly followed me from way over there and flew in when I opened the door. So I'm supposed to be paying attention to something, huh?
And it probably was triggering you, too.
It wasn't triggering me because I'm in the space where I'm like
when you got life. In general, when you just got flies all around you.
Yeah, I don't fuck with flies. Hey, so
nobody even want to mess with no fly. Like, the bug is telling you, you get comfortable with just having me around because I'm here. Don't let me bother you. Right? I went hiking up a mountain one time, and I was going down a mountain, and there was a flies trying to follow me, and they was teaching me to stay focused on what I was doing. And not to allow them to take me off. Thank you. Everything got a job in this universe. You think the universe just be out here just doing random ass stuff just to get our attention? No, as random as the universe is, everything has a purpose. So do. Everything has a meaning, right? So we pay attention. When we pay attention to the signs in our life and the things that are in our environment, the universe is always speaking to you.
So, I'm receiving a download on They used to tell me that meant that I was losing my hearing. It sounded like a bell was ringing in my head. That shit was weird what just happened. It's never happened like that. It was like, is that what it sounds like for you? Yeah. That was weird. That's the first time it ever happened like that. Really? Ooh, I'm in some good energy,
you getting some downloads, you getting some upgrades and all that stuff.
Yeah, because usually when it's
what side are you on the right side?
It was on the right side.
Yeah, that's something in the physical about to manifest in your life. So they're giving you something tangible.
I'm really about to go clean my house now.
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to want to clean up when your money start, I'm telling you, when your money will start flowing. I'm
going to need that money to flow, sis.
Yeah.
So what is the advice to get the money to flow besides going home and cleaning my house?
That's just one of the things, right?
Tell me some more. We need to more.
When you want your money to flow, right, you have to develop a healthy relationship around money. You have to have a mentality that there is always enough. There is never a lack, right?
Even though there's lack, like
there is no lack. There is only abundance.
I know, you'll correct me, but let me get my question out. So, if they about to disconnect the phones, how do I know there's abundance in that? How do I the subconscious?
You got to shift your perspective. And they cut your phone off maybe because the universe wants you to fucking meditate a little bit more and stay off the phone.
So everything is purposeful.
Everything is purposeful.
So it's not lack. It's for a purpose. Just like the dang fly that followed my ass over here.
Absolutely.
See, I've been taking the bugs for granted, but they're even showing up for a reason.
And then in synchronicities, when you think of synchronicities as far as manifesting, right? When it's time for you to manifest something, usually the universe will take something from you to bring something in, because it's a give and exchange, a flow, and in and out, right? Input in, output, input, output. So you have to be able to let things go to receive.
Yeah, because I told y'all a long time ago, our trucks were getting repossessed. And so my husband was like, okay, park them in the garage. Because I was like, let them motherfuckers go. Your truck leaks literally every time it rains. Every time it rains, it leaks inside the truck. And I was like, your truck leaks. Mine ain't even running because my daughter fried the computer system.
So you can't even use
You can't even use the trucks. And now they're being repossessed. But my husband is attached to, I've been paying on this for X amount of years. I'm too old and all these different things. These things aren't supposed to be happening in my life. And I was just like, well, if you want to put him in the garage, put him in the garage. He put him in the garage, and I'm happy to say he released his truck yesterday.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yes, and he said it's a sad day. and all these different things. I was like, you see it as a sad day.
Yeah.
I see it as growth.
Thank
because
you.
your level of resistance previously was hiding the truck.
Yeah,
and you have done the work within yourself, whether you're aware you're doing it or not, to now you're willing to at least release it.
Right.
And now, how long are you going to be sad about something you know that has been happening for the past year? For the past year, you have known that you cannot maintain this vehicle.
Yeah.
So the sadness started then.
Thank you.
And so you're allowing the sadness to continue to manifest and manifest and manifest. You're releasing the truck. The truck is gone. It is now the past, and you are still in sadness.
Yeah.
This is a choice.
Yeah.
So how long are you going to choose to mourn?
Right.
Boom. You're too old for this to happen. That's healing.
Yeah.
Your finances are not where you want them to be. That's healing.
Right.
What else did he say? I've invested this much time into this. Think about your relationships, your jobs, your friendships, all these things you're unwilling to release because of time invested.
Yep.
But it's no longer serving you. The damn truck leaked.
Let it go.
And so it's like, how long do you choose to remain in mourning or in sadness over loss? And it's not lost. It's being removed.
Yeah. Because anything that you lose, the universe is going to replace it with something else. We thinking that this is the end all, be all, and do all. When we get something, no, the universe has always got something better.
Always.
Right? My car just broke down about a month and a half ago. And when it broke down, 2 days before that, I had thanked my car. Thank you so much to my vehicle for getting me this far. Being just a ride or die for a girl. You know what I'm saying? Just hooking the sis up. Just being there for my children. I was in gratitude for my car. She broke down 2 days later. I had it just broke down. I was parked somewhere. I got the money to get it towed. But by the time I went to go get it, it was gone. And so I said it was meant to be. And I said, thank you, universe, because I'm finna get something else, right?
Yeah.
Universe got something for me, right? Because what if the universe is always trying to get you to what your heart desire truly is?
But
Spirit
you gotta
told
go
me to
through.
clean this
Oh, yes.
and work with what we have.
Okay. We can
So
work
I
with it.
bleached it, cleaned it, that's all.
Ashe.
Clean.
Ashe. We got it. Thank you so much. So we here to not hold on to things, attachments. If you guys ever grew up in church, when the rich young ruler went to the Christ, he was like, well, how do I enter into the kingdom with you? How do I come with you? He said, you got to release all of your shit, all your attachment. And he went away in tears and in sorrow because he had to give up some stuff. Stuff that you can't even take with you anyway. Just enjoy it while it's here. When it's gone, rejoice and be ready for what else coming to you.
Yeah, because I just dropped a video that was saying it's easier for a camel to pass through an eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. But if we take away the rich, and I know 50%. If that ain't the actual verse, that's what I'm saying.
But it
anyway.
is.
But if we take the rich out of it and we just say the physical attachments to this physical world,
exactly what it meant.
if we can release the physical attachments, this is supposed to be me and you, Father, but I'm gonna leave you alone about that. If we release those physical attachments, then we can ascend. We have to understand that the kingdom of heaven, I'm gonna start moving and I don't want to hit you. We have to understand that the kingdom of heaven,
move out your way.
The kingdom of heaven is not up there somewhere.
Right.
This, if you choose, is the kingdom of heaven, which means it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is for anyone who chooses to stay attached to anything within this physical world reality. So you hanging on to your attitude, and you're hanging on to this, and you're hanging on to that, and you're receiving feedback through your mirrors in life, and you're receiving feedback from whatever it is, and you're like, well, this is me, this is my personality. Divinity said, my spirit said. If you're holding on to these things, but it's keeping you attached to this physical reality, you are playing yourself, and you are comparing yourself to a camel. A camel got enough sense to pass through an eye of a needle than you do in your identity.
Because
so we're back to identity.
He only carries, a camel only carries what he came here with. Right? The camel only carries what it came with. How did you come into this world? Naked.
Zero.
With no attachments.
No attachments.
Just you.
Just you.
So when you allow yourself to release everything that holds you down, anchors you to this physical reality.
Excuse me, sir.
Right?
You don't walk outside without someone with you.
I don't want to dinner ballet.
Queen is in the building.
When you let go of all the physical attachments, all the identifiers, all the things, your energy gonna be flowing, baby. I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't mind giving stuff away. I give away things often. I give away things often because I need to clear my cache.
Mm-hmm.
Your cache is like your computer, your motherboard. You know how your computer get a little bogged down and they be lagging and stuff like that because you got too much going on and the memory gets a little sluggish? That means you gotta delete some files, right? That means you gotta clear your cache. You need to, what do you call it? Decompress the hard drive or whatever it is they call it in science and computers and stuff like that.
We let you know.
That's what it is. Because that's like cleaning up your house. It's like cleaning up your internal hard drive, your system. Because you want to be able to think clearly, have no attachments to things because everything's constantly flowing in and out of your life. So never be in fear of losing out. There is no lack. There is only abundance. This system, this matrix, created lack. It is a created thing. It is not a divine thing. It is a created belief. It is a created program for you to live in fear of not having something. Do we have all things and all sufficiency? Do not the bees and the birds and the trees have all things and all sufficiency? Lacking nothing? Requiring things but lacking nothing.
Even though the earth is supposedly topsy-turvy and, you know, the ozone layer and the stuff is melting and all, even though all this stuff is going on, nature is still surviving.
It survives.
So why can't we figure it out?
Because we got this her. We thinking too much. We think we know, but we don't know nothing. We have to just trust that the universe got our back no matter what. And it's hard for people to do because they living in a root chakra. They living in survival mode. What am I going to do? I'm going to get there. I don't know. That's the worst way to even pull in anything. That's the worst way to manifest in that energy, in that vibration. When you vibrate from the heart space and you know beyond a shadow of any doubt, because doubt does not exist, because it is also a man-made construct to continue to have you oscillating in the frequency of fear. You elevate and transcend that. And when you walk like a God, you talk like a God, the universe then begins to treat you as such. I don't pay no bills. Yeah, I got evicted before out of my house, but you think I care? No, because the universe had something already waiting for me when it was happening. Anytime that I've had to move around, I trust the universe that my steps are ordered. Mother Gaia has said, how many times have you walked and fallen through the earth? I said, not one time. So what I'm scared of? What is my concern? It is only our imagination.
Illusion.
Because I've been homeless multiple times in my life.
And it ain't bad.
But I've never slept on the street.
Thank you. And
I've never.
You're still alive.
Yeah, and I've never. But this is what I was telling my husband. I was just like,
thank you, Queen.
My husband has been homeless, and he's been real deal in the shelter with his babies homeless. I've been homeless, but I'm on somebody's couch.
Yeah.
I'm in somebody's back room.
Yeah, my mom and my sister, we lived in a homeless shelter.
Yeah. And so what I'm saying is, even though I have been, what homeless shelter, car, I've been homeless too, but I've always had a roof in my homelessness. And so I told my husband, I was just like, no matter how far we fall, know you're with me. And I've been covered through it all, through unemployment, through foreclosure, through now repossession, through all these things. But the way that looks, it's still coverage. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about perspective, what that coverage looks like for you. And like Sis said, Shalimar, she said, you know, fear is a construct. It's what they told you to have, because this physical world is evolving and changing, and what I'm receiving is this is just another way that they keep us trapped in this physical existence, is because What naturally is supposed to be happening is fluidity, is things flowing. And this is what God told me last night. I need to flow, which means I need to move my body. I need to get weekly massages. Queen was like, no, don't do it to me. No, I need to get weekly massages. I need to do daily yoga. I need to become in flow in all aspects of my life. What I eat, my water, I need to ingest more water, because we're 80% water, 80% water. And so if I'm not drinking enough water simply for my body to flow, so everything must be in flow.
Eat fruit. Watery fruit, H3O. It helps to sustain your cells much longer than the regular water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
coconut water is absolutely amazing for the body and the cells.
Yeah, that's what the good sisters on TikTok taught me. My community started on TikTok. A lot of the ladies that you see here on this live right now were my teachers before I've come into a physical building, and now I have physical teachers, people to speak life into me. And I know my family was saying to me the other day, they were like, Queen influences you. I was like, no, it's not that Queen influences me. It's that, one, I cite my source. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and listen to something that Shalimar tells me. I think Queen is that way. I'm not going to sit here and listen to something that Shalimar tells me. She's mopping. And then I'm going to go and repeat it like it's my own thought and idea. No, I'm going to say Shalimar said, because I'm citing my source. I never want to take credit for someone else's thoughts and ideas.
But it's not, you belong to us.
It doesn't.
It's source energy. Information. It belongs to us all. So whatever I say, you take it and filter it through your own internal guidance system and make it your own. It don't belong to me no more once I say it and I share it.
Yeah, because all these people talking about, there's this young, well, I'm going to give you credit anyway, because I like to let people know where I got my information.
My bad.
Let me celebrate you. God damn it.
But you understand what I'm saying, though, right?
I understand 100% what you're saying.
People be fighting over stuff like that.
Yeah, there's this young lady who was talking to us, and she, on multiple occasions, was saying she's really upset that someone used her voice, and now they're making money off of her voice, and they're taking her intellectual property and all these different things. And I was like, as a conduit, as a channel, as a person, the language that most people like to use now is download. I'm a channel. As a channel.
I can't tell you how many people using my videos for stuff on YouTube. I don't give a fuck.
And who cares?
Long as the message gets there.
Long as the message is served, and long as the
universe gonna bring me mine.
Period. And she is so hung up on it, but I understand that's the space in her experience.
Because the world creates
that lack mentality.
Yeah, and then so we in that what they call it, survival of the fittest energy. Yeah,
and what she don't know is, since this video is going crazy wild, now her voice, and I'm not saying be okay with somebody taking your stuff, but what I'm saying is, from the place that I'm thinking, I was like, you don't know what blessings on the other side. Yeah, so because this video or this song is going crazy wild, people are like, who is that?
Thank you.
And now she's elevated to where she was, and she worried about these pennies over here. And universe was like, well, since you want to focus on these pennies, go ahead and focus on them pennies. I was trying to elevate. I was trying to take you here. But you're emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And the crazy thing, everybody around her is supporting it. And I'm the outsider, so I'm just like, go and process through, sis. And everybody's like, intellectual property, copyright this, da-da-da-da-da. I was like, first of all, I move so quickly. What I'm identifying as today, I may not identify as tomorrow. So you can have it. I don't want it. I have no ownership of anything, and I truly feel that way. And so what I was saying is, as a channel, I channel message from higher source to deliver to you. Yes, it may be an idea that came out of my mouth, and the way that I liken this is that scene, multiple scenes in Forrest Gump, where he's running, and the guy's like, man, you just stepped in a giant pile of and he's like, happens. And all of a sudden, man made all this money up off of, did you see Forrest Gump talking about, man, he stole my intellectual property? Shit happens.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, and then the one where he's running and the guy splashes the mud in his face and he wipes his face with the t-shirt, and now he has the smiley face and he makes millions off of the smiley face.
And have a good day, sir. Thing.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, we are all out here to give and to share. I am out here to give and to share. Sis Shalimar and myself, we are out here. Queen, wherever she is, we're all out here to give and to share. And if you happen to pick up a piece that we put down and you run with that you know, it was for you.
Yeah. And if you so kind and you want to bring somebody off a couple of dollars,
All I'm saying is,
honors that too.
yeah, cite your source.
That's
Go ahead and say,
beautiful.
you know, Lonnie, you gave me this idea.
Yeah.
Here you go. Who is that? Excuse me. I'm recording. Tiffany Haddish. When she was coming up, Kevin Hart lent her some money. And to this day, she is trying to pay Kevin Hart back. And Kevin Hart thinks he's doing, because now that I know energy, you know, Kevin Hart is, you know, refusing to take the money from her, because in that respect, he's just like, sis, I don't need the money back. But if we look at it as a energy exchange,
Wet.
go back into the room. It's wet. They're mopping. Go back into the room until the floor dries, please. You know, but if we look at it as energy exchange, Kevin Hart might want to let Tiffany Haddish give him that money back for the simple fact that it's an energy exchange. And she feels that her way of returning his energy is that way. Or they need to have a conversation in the respect of how can that energy exchange take place, because what I have been receiving is, and what I'm coming to know, because Queen taught me this, in order to receive, you must give. It's all infinite. So it's always going out, it's always coming in. And as I've been, you know, working with Queen and learning more, and Shalimar just also confirmed, in order to receive from universe, you must give to universe. Give to Mother Gaia to receive from Mother Gaia. I'm learning some new terminology tonight. And so with that said, I just think about all this content that I put out and how people don't like it, don't share it, don't comment, but are constantly receiving from it. And so if you are out here, which is fine, I'm not hung up on that, because this is also a lesson for me to receive, right? We're all mirrors to ourselves. So me identifying people who are taking energetically from me, now I am open and aware of the fact that there are places that I potentially are taking away from energetically. And so now I can see what blocks am I experiencing in my life, and where am I out of balance. Physical movement. I must move my body physically. I am out of balance. My water intake, you know, I must start drinking water. So it may not even be where I'm energetically taking from a human being. I can energetically be taking from myself. I can be putting myself out of balance. So that's why yesterday Spirit told me, flow. You got to start going with the flow, and you need to start aligning everything in your life so that it flows. But the point that I was making before, and I really wanted to make it, hold on. How y'all doing? I miss you guys. I haven't talked to so many of you in so long, because life is lifing on so many levels, right? I'm in a freaking wellness center now. Like, how did that happen? Me sitting on a street corner, you know. And Vaughn, if you're still there, every day a bee flies in here. There's a bee in here right now, and Shalimar told me not to shoo it out. But every day a bee flies in here. I'm happy that you caught the live as well. I wasn't even planning on going live, but sis was spitting so many damn facts. I was like, I don't have enough video capacity to record this video, but I can go live. And sis blessed us. Like, double tap the screen, sis blessed us, you know. And there's something that I wanted to say. I already made my point about intellectual property. I made my point about being in the flow, and all aspects of your life need to be in fluidity. I have so much clutter around my house simply because nothing has a place, because it's just like we have so much, but now it's time to release. My problem with, and this is just, okay, let's do some shadow work. The reason why I have been slow to release is because I always release and then I have to go buy it again. So it's like, okay, I'm not painting anymore. So do I give all my paint away? Okay, I give all my paint away, and then I wake back up and I'm painting, and now I gotta go spend hundreds of dollars on paints that I just gave away. So that has something I need to deal with. What's up with the bee? Am I in danger? No. So a bee, hold on real quick. Signs and symbols. If you're in Arizona, check us out in the Metaphysical Store, 2601 North 3rd Street. Let me see. It says something about bees in here. I'm going to tell you what it say, but it's a good sign. Oh, yeah, there's an index, our glossary. What do they call these things in the back? An index. Boom, I think the glossary's in the front. Bee. Page 73. Page 73. Y'all know that they, that video that I posted of the candle manifestation thing, somebody is sitting there, they're probably on my live right now. Somebody literally sits and waits for me to do anything that is in violation so they can report it. So people who are actual friends of mine in real life sent me screenshots of them getting messages from no words at all in the video. It's just showing an event that happened here, candle manifestation, which is simply us stating our intentions and burning a candle, all of the elements, you know. Anyway, it's terrible, but my friends are getting messages that are saying, do you think this content should be shown on TikTok? Is this content for 18 and over audiences? Like my videos, so it's in that respect, it's being confirmed for me what I've always known. My content is being repressed. And I thought it was TikTok who was repressing my content, but now I know there is somebody who sits on my live, somebody who goes to each one of my videos and tries to get them stopped. Get some fucking business. Like, why search for something that makes you unhappy when you can go find something that brings you joy? You're doing a great job. You know, I be wanting to say F it, because this is a lot of work. You are a spiritual being. You know how hard it is to, even though it seems effortless because I'm sitting here running my mouth and it just flows, but this is a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? This is a lot of me that I'm giving to you. And so for someone to rip that away from me, which is some shadow work for me to do, which I've done, like, you can't, what is it? I can't be faded because I don't remember the rest of the song, but it's a Dr. Dre song, but I can't be faded. What was done, what was supposed to be done, what was said, what was supposed to be said, where it went is where it was supposed to go. So for you to come and hate on me, it's just like, it did what it was supposed to do. Now, I had to work through the physical attachment of, but it was so good, you know, but I did what I was supposed to do. I handled my assignment. The bee. The bee is a popular symbol of order, diligence, immortality, and collaboration. These qualities contribute to its prolific use in Christian symbolism, as does honey, representing sweetness, and beeswax used for candles, which signifies light. The bee is also associated with royalty and deities. And then there's Karma's bee, coat of arms, a queen bee. Let's read. We ain't got nothing else to do. A beehive, an important symbol in both Freemasonry and heraldry. I don't know what that word says. The beehive denotes industry and cooperation. There's like lines through the words, so I'm trying to read through lines. That and the bitch can't see, but you already know that. Hold on. The church, and in Greece, where hives were traditionally tomb-shaped, it can signify immortality. Beehives are also associated with an ordered community. The queen bee, life in a hive revolves around the queen bee, making it an emblem of royalty. More recently, it has come to signify the female in charge. The queen bee also symbolizes the Virgin Mary and Supreme Mother. Karma's bee. The Hindu god of love, Karma, is accompanied by honeybees, symbolizing the pain and sweetness of love. He appears as a winged youth bearing a bow and arrow similar to Cupid and riding a parrot. His bowstring is actually a line of bees. Oh, that's interesting. And a coat of arms. Apparently there's a coat of arms. So bees are good. Bees are good, sis. We want bees. And so there's a bee that is currently floating around the wellness center, and a bee flies in every day. And I'm like, all right, let's go bees. So I did a massage today. She said it's the best massage that she's had. You're welcome, my friend. She said it's the best massage that she's had in a very long time. And I really feel good about that, because those of you know, what did I start doing massages 2 weeks ago? I am constantly reinventing myself. And, you know, I came into this like, I don't want to do massages. I don't want to build a clientele, because the moment that my modality, i.e. speaking and teaching, picks up, I'm abandoning those clients. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it still feels good to love on the body, every single inch of it. And the way that Queen and I do massages, they're deep tissue massages. I learned from Queen. I didn't learn, I have my certification. I went through my certification, but I learned how to give massages from Queen. So I watched Queen give a massage, and I was like, when I tell you, she gonna heal everything that's going on in your body, but it's not gonna feel good. So I do my version where people ain't literally climbing off the damn table, but so I told Queen I need to get a weekly massage, but I'm so afraid. I'm like really afraid, because Queen don't listen. Queen ain't gonna lighten up on you. She's gonna be like, breathe through it. Thank you for showing up for yourself. You're doing good. You can do it. And I'm like, get off of me. Like, I have a video I'm gonna drop where she's giving me a massage in my forearm, and I am dying. So I could imagine her rubbing my whole body, but I'm excited. She has excellent reviews. So she does what needs to be done, but it's something serious. So at this point, my friends, I have nothing else to talk about. There is a point that I was trying to talk myself up to that I can't remember. Give me a few moments of silence. I always want to keep some sort of, because in broadcasting, you know, you don't want to have too much dead air. You know, you want to always keep something going, but when I need to recall, I need to be quiet. So I'm recalling and seeing if I can pull up what I wanted to say. So I know I pivoted into... yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Like, I just wanted to introduce some of the people that I have the privilege, like, I'm walking the hallways with the likes of you. Like, I have found us. Hey, Ree. I have found us, y'all. Like, all of us out here, we find in our community online, and we all found each other, you know, here on TikTok. I found you, you found me, you know, and by the grace of God, by the energy pull, I don't know the correct language, I have found my tribe. There's a gentleman here by the name of Brother Courtney who he was gonna teach me the perception. You are fine. Can I kiss it and make it better?
Yep.
Okay, well, let me kiss it then. Hold on. You got that good old Reiki energy kiss on that. You got, it's gonna be healed in 20 minutes. Period. You're gonna have a scab. Does it feel better?
I used to, when I get like cuts,
There it goes.
and I was like, oh, what can I do? Because, like, honey, it's like,
Give it 20 minutes. You'll have a scab.
it acts as a,
You're just trying to make blood come out of it.
right. I was like, what can I put on?
But you ain't gonna get me off my square. Ooh, ooh, I like it. You ain't gonna get me off my square.
And then I hear,
All right, so all these things, if as Shalimar just told us, all of these evolutionary things that are happening in our lives are happening to our lives to move us forward, to release the past, to bring in the new. When the universal law is you have to release in order to receive. So as you are moving through life, you're trying to manifest this new beginning, but you are holding on to your past because you're afraid of whatever that looks like. Those are all just lies that we're told to keep us detached from our divinity. And if we actually tap into our own divinity, the power that we hold, you know? And so that's what I received when Shalimar was talking about loss at some point in there. And I totally lost my whole thought process. But, you know, we want to hold on to things and the feeling of failure, the feeling of, you know, these things shouldn't be happening at this point in my life. But if we knew these things were happening at this point in my life, so that you can receive that which you truly feel you deserve at this point in your life, what's the energy you would move under? You know, that's why I don't care about nothing. Oh, and you got a Band-Aid. Who hooked you up, Queen?
Yeah.
You knew Queen was about to cater to your little whiny booty. Have a beautiful night, sis. Love and light. Yes, Miss Fatima, I'm about to, I'm having connection issues. I'm having connection issues too. It told me that I got disconnected. But yeah, I love you, sis. Keep going. You're amazing. I'm grateful for you. I am grateful for you all as well. And I told a few of you this because my communication pattern has changed because my life has changed, right? And so, but know that just because I move into a different energy space as you move into a different energy space, we don't have to do the typical, excuse me, I don't understand why there's children outside without adults. Boys inside. I know we have been taught there's only one way to do things. And this is something, the one video that is being repressed of mine is part 1 of the full moon manifestation moon storyteller video. It has like 20 views because it's not being distributed because somebody's hating on me. But what I say when I'm speaking of how we have been tricked into thinking there's only one way of doing things, which means when we disassociate from something or we no longer do something, we must demonize it and make it bad. But in reality, it's just another aspect of us. It's just something that we experience to learn from. And it's in our higher good. Yeah, it's in our higher good to not look negatively or take said trauma from that thing, but for us to take those lessons from that and move forward in our life. There is no trauma if you choose lesson. Yes, we've gone through traumatic experiences, but if we choose to learn from said traumatic experiences, now we take our power back. We are giving our power away when we live in trauma. We are taking our power back when we learn what was supposed to be taught. Because remember, we're learning lessons from everything. As Sis Shalimar expressed, she said that even the bug's presence is teaching us something. So if you know even the bug's presence is teaching us something, what is that car accident teaching you? Are you going to take the trauma from the car accident? Or are you going to take the lesson from it? Because there was some learning there. Or are you going to focus on yada yada? So that relationship, yeah, he wasn't, she wasn't, it doesn't matter. Are you going to take the trauma or are you going to take the lesson? That is your choice. That job, yeah, it left you worse off than when you started, but are you going to take the trauma or are you going to take the lesson? Because sometimes we got to get stretched and pulled in order for us to learn because we're hard-headed. So we got to choose to stop being hard-headed and understand, and we go in focused knowing there's lessons here. Everything that I do, there's lessons here. Me being on this live right now, there's lessons here. You know, I'm sitting here thinking, because typical Lonnie, I'm sitting here on live doing this while these people are working around me, and I feel like, man, I need to be a part of this. No, I need to be doing exactly what I'm doing because this is a message that's being delivered, and this is what I want to do. I know what society tells me I should do. I see these ladies handling their business, but guess what? They was handling their business before me, and they gonna handle their business after me. You know what I'm saying? And if I join in, I'll become a part of that business. But right now I'm a part of this business. And so in that's shadow work. Overcoming the, okay, let me help, do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also handling business too. So there's just constant learning. Everything in life is learning. And if you are wasting 1 second, you are wasting a learning opportunity. And just know that everything's an energy exchange. If you are taking something, you are leaving something behind. And you're not leaving of self behind. You are leaving, I don't know how to say it, because we're so used to people taking from us. We're so used to filling empty vessels. You know what I'm saying? We're so used to being depleted. But once you start gravitating energetically around people who feed you, like me having this conversation and Shalimar standing next to me and us having this conversation, that was a whole energy exchange. She was feeding me. Shalimar, was I feeding you?
Absolutely.
I was feeding Shalimar. So that was an agreement that she and I entered into, where I'm going, hey, how you doing, Pat? I'ma feed you. You gonna feed me. And so the beautiful thing, Kaden.
Kaden. Can you put that one over here?
That one goes over there.
Put that one right here.
Go put that one over there. Make sure you got a good hold on it. You know, so
Thank you.
just make sure you're paying attention to that in life, because a lot of us take things for granted. Somebody holds the door open for you, give them a smile. Tell them thank you. Do you know how many people I hold the door open for?
Me.
Who don't say, yes, you do. You do a great job, Hope. And you're helping. Good job, kiddo. You know how many people I hold the door open for who don't say anything? But that was an energy exchange. You know what I'm saying? So for someone to just do a gesture for you and you don't exchange energy back, now you have created imbalances within the universe, and now you got to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you're going through life creating balance as often as possible. That's the benediction. Make sure that you are going through life creating balance every chance you
Keep
get.
that in here. Keep that in here.
That's it.
Here, keep that in here.
I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go help clean up. Then I gotta go pick Bailey up from work. Oh yeah, we got the car back from the tow place, and they didn't take the car, so praise the Most High. I still have transportation today. And we are going to manifest continued transportation. And we are going to manifest continued abundance in our lives. And we are going to manifest continued clarity in our hearts, in our minds. We're going to manifest that which we are contemplating, we are working through. And I'm starting a new, it's called energy worksheets. You will come to me, and I don't have a price tag, so those of you, you're getting at the ground level, especially if you're in my community. If there's something you're working through, like one of the worksheets that I'm going to do tonight, she wants to work with confidence, and she wants to work with communication. So I'm going to channel her an energy worksheet that she's going to work through the worksheet based off of her personal needs. And she's going to sit down with her journal, and she's going to sit down with her worksheet. And as she goes through the worksheet, she's going to do the work. And the idea of the worksheets, I received this idea from Spirit in meditation. As she works through the worksheets, she's going to do the work. And yeah, what y'all think about that? I'm really excited about the energy worksheets, because you're able to say, Lonnie, I'm working with control issues. Boom. Let me download from higher consciousness, which is just collective consciousness. I was talking about this the other night, and Dre was just rolling his eyes at me. I was just like, I saw a video where this guy was talking about intuition is simply coming into a space where my lower back hurts. Intuition is just coming into a space of knowing yourself, and the more you know yourself, the heighten your intuition becomes, and that makes sense. And intuition makes sense, right? And so, but he was saying, you know, I believe that when you reach a space of, because I'm piggybacking off of what he's saying, because everything's a learning opportunity, right? So it's just like, okay, I hear what you're saying, bro, but how can I take that a little bit further? You have to understand, when you encounter a teacher, they're just confirming for you, and they're giving you things to ponder. Everything that comes out of their mouth isn't worthy of your time and mental space, but there's going to be something that comes out of their mouth that gives you something to ponder. And so when he said intuition is simply the depths of which you know thyself, and as you know thyself more, talking fast, as you know thyself more, you now deepen your inner knowing, i.e. now I can look at you and tell you exactly how you're about to move this or play this, because I know myself, and you ain't too much as different as we think we are. We're all the same. We're the collective. And so neither here nor there. But when he was talking about intuition is simply the depths of which you know thyself, I was thinking, yo, so your intuition gets mad crazy when you start knowing yourself across dimensions. When you start knowing the future you, and Shalimar, you can hop in this if you want to. When you start knowing the future you and the past you, because all of you coexist at the same time.
If I had to add anything to that, I would just say, oftentimes we do kind of get wrapped up in the past, present, and future. The where you need to be is now, in the present moment, because really that's all that exists. The past no longer exists. The future has not arrived. It hasn't happened yet. So create